Hey everyone, Trey Llewellyn here. Wanted to make a real quick video on the conference call that actually happened today. What is today? Oh, I'm just losing track of time. I tell you what. February 21st, Thursday, 2013. Today was the conference call at 1 p.m. Central Time. So we had that and it was awesome. It was also the longest conference call I've ever been on. It was for 2.5 hours. It was so long. And I'm so glad I didn't schedule anything after it because I was beat. But I didn't know it was going to go for 2.5 hours either. So it was a lot of sitting and a lot of just going through things. But the main thing, so what was on the conference call? So there was no real aha moments per se that Sean and I didn't already know. So that's a good thing. It was mainly basic questions. What's an autoresponder? How do I use an autoresponder? Who should I use as my autoresponder? Who's the web host? What kind of questions did I ask the administrator? Things like that. So the biggest takeaways were to start implementing. And if anybody knows me, I'm the craziest implementer you'll ever meet. And I try to shoot that energy towards you guys to say, hey, go out and implement this stuff. I mean, okay, I don't know how to build a list. Skip it. I don't know how to sell a product. Skip it. I don't know how to set up an autoresponder. Skip it. I don't know how to create a website. Skip it. So whatever is getting in your way and tripping you up, skip it. Just skip it. Just keep on pushing forward. It'll figure itself out. Trust me. Do not be, so that was point number one, just skip it. Point number two is don't just give up. Don't find a log and be like, well, there's a log in my path. I can't go. I'm just going to turn around and go home. No, don't do that. That's like the worst thing you could ever do because then you are just another carcass in the path of which you are following, right, or trying to get to. So it's like, here's the goal, and you come up so far. A great analogy is when you go to Six Flags or Walt Disneyland, and you get into this long 2-hour line, and you stand in this line for almost an hour and 45 minutes, and you're 15 minutes away from getting on the ride, and you're like, I give up. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. So, number two, don't give up, guys. This is we're giving you all the right paths of how to find this, how to do all this stuff, step by step. I mean, it's awesome. So just follow what we're doing and you guys will be right behind us. It's excellent. Now, there were, like I said, 2.5 hours of questions. The questions were from basic to, moderate. From what I could tell, I only took 2 pages of notes and they're very small pages and I'm a huge note taker. So I really didn't find that much on there. So let's see. The biggest thing was to farm everything out. Farm everything out to virtual assistants, project managers. You're basically there saying, hi, how you doing? Is everything going good? Okay, excellent. It's not your job to know how to build a website. It's not your job how to know how to create an autoresponder. It's not your job how to build a list. It's not your job to find products. It's your job to farm it out. So it's kind of like knowledge. Or, yeah, let's use that example. So I might not know how to play a piano, but I definitely know someone that does. And I definitely know someone who knows how to play a piano. I don't know how to design a website, but I definitely know someone who knows how to design a website. I know someone who has a website. You understand? So I might not know how to do something, but I definitely know someone who does. And if you know that, then you're definitely on the right track. If you don't, go to Odesk, Elance, Odesk.com that is, Elance.com, Fiverr.com. Sign up for one of these spots. I like Odesk the most because you can track the results. It actually shows you screenshots of them working. So now it wouldn't be of them working, it's of their screen working. So you can see if they're playing on Facebook, LinkedIn, or if they're actually working on your project. So you can say, hey man, you weren't working between hour 1 and 2. I don't know why I'm paying you. I'm not going to pay that. And you can reject the payment. So it's pretty slick. So definitely farm everything out. Let's see. Oh, that's the other thing is when you're going to these websites like Facebook and LinkedIn and you're talking to these guys like, say, hey, here's what I do. I monetize lists, and they're like, okay, well, let me do some research about you. So you want to make sure that your profile matches of what you're telling them. For instance, on LinkedIn, your profile should say, hey, here's here's who I am, here's who I help, and here's how I help them by monetizing lists, right? Now, the next thing is that should be on your profile on your LinkedIn and Facebook. I'm just kind of reading through my notes here. Let's see. There's a question on retention rate on membership websites. Now, I'm kind of surprised we got into a deeper set of questions like this because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, memberships are way down the road. Memberships are way down the road. Product selling is way down the road. Getting the list is right now. Finding a project manager is first. So you understand that? It goes project manager, find the list, find the product, sell the product, become members. So I don't know if I should go into this or not, but basically it's just about members, keeping members engaged. How do you do that? It's just creating more content, putting new content on the site. Obviously you redirect that out, and then they would. This is kind of a cool thing. Is they actually have a phone caller, a telemarketer, not really a telemarketer because they're not selling anything, but they just have like someone in the Philippines call their members and say, hey, I don't know if you know this, but Trey and Sean just put up some new content on the website. He thought you would really like it. Thought you would like to know. And they pay that person $2.50, $3 an hour to call all these people, and they do about 80 calls a day. SurveyMonkey, $200 a year. They use SurveyMonkey to put out the surveys to ask the questions for the content to say, hey, what are you guys looking for? Another cool thing, a cool concept I really liked was anything that's $50 or less a month is free. So the question is, I don't know if I can afford it. The real question is, can you not afford it? How can you not afford that product? Do you need it? To a matter of fact of, I need it so much that I'm going to pay for it, right? So $50 or less is considered just the product free and get it. Don't worry about the small stuff. Spend the $20, spend the $50 a month, and go on and figure out how to do something else for the other hours. Go sell something. So let's see. Oh, there's another question about do we have a unique website for each shoot, not each post, but each content, each product? Yes, you do. So let's say we do a group about golfing. We have a website that says ilovegolfing.com. Then we have a group about fishing. We have a website about ilovefishing.com. We're not going to send the fishers to the golf committee. That's pretty much the base, the good stuff. That was the deep stuff. So the last thing I'll hit on is webinars. Is when we're selling this product. So the idea behind it is we say, we get the list. What do you want? What are you looking for? The script basically is, hey, what do you guys need the most help with? And then we send them a SurveyMonkey. The SurveyMonkey has multiple choice questions. And then at the bottom, it's going to have a box so they can fill in their own answer. So obviously for a fitness group might be, what time of the day do you like to wake up? Or, what's the biggest problem you have with waking up? Is it at the morning or is it going to sleep? So that's a multiple choice answer. So at the bottom, you want to say, what is your biggest problem that we didn't mention? Did we miss something? And then we might get 150, 200 results. And, well, you can either have your project manager sort those out, or you can send that off to Elance or Odesk or someone else and say, hey, I need you to go through here, tell me the top theme, and get back with me. And then we pick that out. So after that, getting back to the webinar, you find out what the top theme is. We're going to go find a product. So we find a product on Google. How do we search Google? Hey, let's say that the theme was, how do I get six-pack abs in 10 minutes? So we Google, six-pack abs in 10 minutes. PLR, private label rights. And then buy that product. And the next thing is we want to get a professional to talk about this product. So someone who looks like they have or does have six-pack abs, right? Like you don't want a bigger guy talking about how he got six-pack abs. That just won't work. So you have a webinar. You go to YouTube, search for these guys. I mean, it's so simple to find these people because they want exposure. So someone's going to give you their time to just get the exposure out in front of this list. They will not ask to for any money. And if they do, just go on to the next one. Now, what's in it for them is a question someone asked me is, what's in it for them? Why would they want to do this video interview with you? They want exposure. It'd be like me coming up to you, calling you up and say, hey, just out of curiosity, I'm with, Talk to Trey Radio, and we wanted to interview you about what you know and what you do. You want to be on my show? Heck yes, I want to be on your show. You don't ever hear someone say, well, how much are you going to pay me to be on your radio show? That doesn't happen. If it does, click, hey, next person. That's all you got to do. That's the last thing I want to hit. So basically, coaching call went great, 2.5 hours. This was definitely not a 2.5 hour video, but you guys have questions. We understand that, and we got the answers. All you have to do to ask your questions is look below, and we have a Facebook comment section. So just go ahead and comment in there in the section below this video and ask your questions away, and we will try our best to start answering your questions to get you right sailing right with us and right behind us. So we love you guys, and we will talk to you soon.